Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the 23rd episode of the Ultimate Team Experience. We are a weekly podcast, and we track the journey of four Madden gamers and their vastly different paths throughout the Ultimate Team Experience. We offer advice, tips, and some insight on how you can make your Ultimate Team Experience a good one. I'm joined tonight, as always, by my co-host, Swain Games. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Deke. Thank you, buddy.
Platinum Woods, my friend. How are things finding you this week?
Wonderful. It's been a great week.
Great. And our guy, Westman Y2K, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Good, man. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. And my name is Deke, and we're going to talk about everything that's been the Ultimate Team Experience this past week, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's his playoff time. Playoff is in the air. Everyone's excited. Even if your team's not in it, you're excited. But we have to discuss something first that happened last Friday that kind of is bigger than the playoffs and bigger than the playoff promo right now in Madden. And that was a serious drop, a season drop, if you will. Series 4 popped into us on Friday with a lot of anticipation, like Christmas Eve morning. So we're going to talk about that first because it does come with some disdain and it comes with a lot of opinions too. So we're going to start it off with my guy, Platt. And when we're going to talk about, and what I'm curious in, I want to know what you thought about it, Platt, because there was good, bad, and ugly in it. We know that. What was it that you enjoyed and what didn't you enjoy? And talk about that and just briefly go over what was your biggest accomplishment during it.
So what I liked about Series 4 is that we got a 95 power-up pass.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that, so I think that came, as a good surprise. So what I did not like about Series 4, I don't think the pack odds changed at all. Definitely not enough.
Yeah, there were rumors about that.
Yeah, looking back at the past series, the pack odds have gone up dramatically and they've caused huge market crashes. That did not happen with this series. I think prices pretty much stayed the same. The Redux cards came into the market, so those cards were, those cards consistently went down, but they were brand new cards that came into the market, so you would expect that. The other cards that were already, in packs, they weren't really affected that much. So I was disappointed that the pack odds weren't better. But that's about the only thing that I didn't like. I liked all the Redux, they ended up settling at a pretty fair price. The level grind wasn't too bad. I was able to make it to 80 by Saturday, so it wasn't awful. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good series changeover other than the pack odds.
Okay, was there anything that you took advantage of that you can speak of now that helped your team out?
Those Redux cards when it first came out, and we got some new packs. We didn't touch on that, but we got some new kind of playoff packs. We got the Redux training pack that I think almost everybody took advantage of. When that came out, so that was right at series changeover, those Redux cards were pretty low. So I was able to grab a couple of cards that I was really looking for, but nothing crazy. No.
Sure. Yeah. Great stuff. Wes, what was your journey like when Friday eventually came at 10:30 Eastern and season 4 dropped? What was your approach? What did you like and what didn't you like? And what was your biggest gain of the season so far?
Friday morning, had to get ready for work. Fuck getting ready for work. I want to check out Series 4. I go in and the first thing I see is the Redux reroll. And I'm like, I can get 10 of them. It's a shit ton of training, but it's got to be worth it. And I had fun. I pulled some good cards. I sold it for some decent money. And the first bit of sour feeling I got in my mouth, man, on the cards, you could get 10 of them.
Right.
7, 8, 9, and 10 were an 86, the same 86, an 87, and the same 87. So I got 4 cards that were duplicates, basically almost half of my picks. Pissed me off. I was mad. I'm not that mad at it. Went to work, came home, and I had been saying I was gonna grind, and
Right.
I'm sitting almost at a level 72 right now. I didn't get to what can you get to 80?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get anywhere close, and I'll tell you, I'm not mad at the series or anything like that, but I am kind of deflated because the first thing I heard about was a reward pack that you get, a reward
Right.
that costs you $20 fucking for the opportunity to pull some bullshit like 86, 87.
Mhm.
And the level, what is it? After you get level 71, they come out with that 250,000 coin, same chance to get a bullshit pick. That's a quarter of a million coins that you could piss away on like an 86 overall player that goes for 40, 50K tops. No,
sometimes less.
No, I didn't
Sometimes
do
less.
it. No, I didn't do it. And I mean, I still can, but
Sure.
so I'm not mad at it. I don't like that reward. I don't find that $20 pack is a reward. I find it insulting personally, but yeah.
So bad.
So it kind of took the wind out of my sails. I haven't been playing as much. I've still been playing every day that I can.
Sure.
I had some fun today with it. Of course, I gave them a little bit of money, so they gave me a little bit of something. And I pulled my first ever LTD and sold that sucker. It was Jerome Baker. Sold him for 1.3 million, and with that financing, was able to complete pretty much all the upgrades to my team that I've been wanting to do. So sitting good now.
Nice stuff.
So that's Series 4 for me so far.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Swain, you were as Platt was last week. You were fortunate enough to earn a well-deserved day off.
He looks so mad right now.
You were there when the bomb dropped, Swain. So what was your path you took when season 4 cracked, pal?
I was really all over the place. I was anticipating a massive crash in the market. We didn't get one at all because to echo what Platt was saying, the pack odds, I wrote this down the other day. Pack odds are ass. The funny thing I noticed that is the Redux, they flip. I don't know who flips switches on what panel at fucking EA headquarters, but somebody fucking dropped the pack odds down and they lifted the Redux up because you could not pull Redux. And if somebody wants to fucking argue with me on that, I spend literally millions of fucking coins on Get a Gold, and I could not until.
Let me ask you a question, Swain. Do you think there's a correlation with the I'm going to say the rewards they gave us with the training pack for Redux, with the 10 with the 250K for Redux?
No,
do you think they turned it down because of that?
I don't think so. I think it's just you can pull Reduxes easier now, and I've pulled some really good Reduxes.
Okay.
I think I'm very, very much on an island when I say this. I personally love the 250,000 coin pack, and I really like the $20 coin pack or $20 pack. And let me tell you why. Because everyone I know that plays Madden says the same thing about these packs. They're gambling. That's what everybody says, is they're a gamble. I personally like the volatile. Is that the right word? Those packs are volatile. You can pull a fucking 86. You can pull a 95. What's the highest card you can pull out of there? 96?
Should be 96, yep.
97.
Yeah.
You can pull 97.
If
The 97 Legends, they were in there, were they?
For me, the way I am, there's a weekly pack. I buy it every week. It's $5. It's actually $4.80 or whatever it is. And every week, almost every week, I'm disappointed. But every now and then, I'm like, holy fuck, I pulled an 86 card quick sell. I feel like it balances out. If they had these two packs in store every week, I would rip them every single week. I love the idea that you can get a really good card or you can get absolutely nothing.
And
That's
I don't
the
mind that.
of it.
I don't mind that. But if it was in the store every week for you, that's fine. If you want to buy it. Don't buy it. Don't fucking frame it as this is a reward for playing the fuck out of our game all year.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Wes.
But it's the same preference. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it.
No, so I don't get any reward.
But what was our reward then for grinding
Right.
level 71, because in past we were able to get the coin quick sells. That was our reward for grinding. So we got 2 of those. Last series we paid whatever the hell we paid, $5, $8, whatever it was, and we got 300K each.
Mm-hmm.
What did we get as a reward this time?
If you add up from 70 to 80, or I guess it'd be 71 to 80, how many coins and how many things do we get? Not taking the packs that you buy with coins or the ones you buy with points, but how many coins do you get?
I
Doesn't
think we
matter.
get 40K twice.
Yeah.
And we get is it the Game Changer pack twice?
Okay, and then you get a gridiron or whatever.
I don't think you get it. I don't remember.
You just get the Game
Yeah, you
Changer.
do, yeah. And it was
It may
one
be a
gridiron this time.
You get 2 packs, and then you get 2 coin quick sells. I think those are 40K each. So you get 80K.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we've always gotten that.
Mm-hmm.
We've always gotten that. Plus, we've gotten the fantasy pack that you could.
Yeah,
take
the only thing that
out.
changed was the fantasy pack with the coin card.
And they
came
not
with the
only
platinum card.
not only gave us this pack, which I agree with Wes. There's nothing inherently wrong with this pack. Make it unlimited, where you can buy it an unlimited amount of times. But don't give it to us as a 71 and 76 reward, because it's not a reward. This is not a reward. This is it's a money grab, and it's a coin sink is what it is.
It's what Swain said. It's a gamble. Good, bad, or indifferent.
It's a gamble.
Exactly what Swain said. It's a gamble, but it's not a reward.
Don't tell me, yeah, like he said, I have no problem. Say, you want to buy this pack every week? Fucking do it. Great. I might too. But don't say that because of your loyalty and because of, your patronage and your time and your effort and not playing other games because you've been playing ours, you have earned the right to gamble. Motherfucker, I can do that on these packs all day.
Would you guys have rather it been a gridiron pack or another Game Changer or an elite pack?
No, I would rather it be a platinum quick sell like we've got.
Well, everyone in the world would rather have the best thing available.
I think this is a slap in the face.
I'd rather have a gridiron or a Game Changer, and I would still say it's weak. But rather than here's your reward, give me $20 and you might get something good.
Yeah, or send in 250K.
Yeah, there are a lot of parts of this series that make me think like somebody screwed up. Like they didn't plan appropriately on a lot of things.
No someone didn't do their math. I mean,
before we move on to the next topic, I love that Reduxes are in packs like crazy right now. Ask Buzzkill, he'll tell you all about all the Reduxes I've been pulling on Get a Gold. The one thing I will say, and I had forgot to bring this up earlier, Deke, my apologies, is Mud Draft. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm fairly decent at Mud Draft. I would say Mud Draft's probably my best game mode on Madden. I hit Elite fairly easily. The first series this year was a son of a bitch for me to hit Elite. I finally did. I had to play like 30 games. This last season of Mud Draft, it took me 11 games to get Elite.
Interesting.
I once went on a 44 game win streak one time on stream. That was kind of neat. I hit Elite and I stop because the rewards are fantastic. It's something like 300-400 trophies and a lot of coins. And, if you start out as a silver, you're going to have to grind your ass all the way there. That being said, and Platt's a good witness to this, I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, fucking waiting and waiting. And I would bring it up every couple of weeks, like, the fucking Mud Draft. Oh, there's an update. I hear it on GMM. There's an update. And I go, look, it's just they're adding new players to the pool. And then EA slaps out this whole like, oh, well, basically we didn't specify you were going to get rewards, even though we've always fucking done that for, 3 fucking years, but we're just going to randomly not give you rewards this time around. So bend over and take it, but we will give rewards next time. But right now we're not doing a fucking thing for it. And I found that out while I was doing a sponsored live stream, and I'm like,
how do I shut up about this?
Interesting. When it comes to, in my opinion, when it comes to some of these packs, I personally don't like buying a pack that has a fantasy pack. I understand the community loves that. There are times and situations where I think that's fantastic. If you want me to play 50 fucking house rules games to win 25 so I can finally get a fantasy pack, I'm all for that. But I did enjoy the coin pack. I feel like the coin pack should be exactly how it was. If I had any say so in it, I feel like the $20 pack should be a fantasy pack. I will side with you guys on that, but I still love the gamble side of it. I love the fact that
I
not
enjoy the
everybody's going to be
gambling.
getting that.
I enjoy the gambling, but they're calling it this is their reward to you. Like they're giving you something.
I mean, my first two
The
spins
only
were
time
Evan
we've
Ingram.
ever had to pay for a reward and not get something guaranteed back.
And maybe I'm spoiled because I know in the first series, and I know you were talking about Mutt Draft, but in the first series, when you got done, when you hit your level up, you paid to get that card. But then in the second series, didn't they give you some sort of pack that was a reward for finishing it all? Like I guess you had to buy it too. It was like an extra level pack or something. And then the next time they gave us nothing, right? So maybe I'm spoiled where this is my first year really being into this. I'm used to getting something. So when they give us nothing at the end of the last series, I'm like, well, fuck, that was anticlimactic. Then they're like, here's your reward. Give me $20 and roll the fucking dice. Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's what we're not acknowledging. The only reason that that's an L is because those stupid fucking blitz limiteds. That's the only reason that pack's an L in my mind. If you take those out, if you say it doesn't have to be a fantasy,
Absolutely.
pack, just say the true limiteds that we're all trying to pull. Those are the ones that you can pull.
That's all you
Don't
had to
give me
do.
Montez Sweat. Don't give me Kyle Rudolph. Don't give me Evan Ingram. We don't want those guys. We don't want the 86s and 87s and Brandon Ayuk's. We don't want those. We want the real limiteds. Those are the cards that should have been in that pack. Only those. I don't care about those other cards. And that one that you pay for. Put them in regular packs where you can pull them, great. But in that pack that you're paying either $20 for or 250,000 coins, it should at least be something of like 150,000 value, at least. You shouldn't be pulling cards that sell for 10K. That's what some of those cards were selling for, 10,000 coins.
Well,
You're
Evan
paying
Ingram was 12,000 coins.
Or 250K for a 10,000 coin pack. That's not right.
7,000 coins to roll the pack. So that was, I think, 48,000 you're grabbing 91s for the training. So that's what I paid for it. My first two spins, both of them, Evan Ingram's. 13,000 each they're selling for. So
we don't
I
have
lost.
to talk about this all night, but
Yeah.
You just reminded me of something. We could get the same pack, the exact same pack, for 7,000 training. So what you're telling me is on some level, EA equates 7,000 training to 250,000 coins. That's not right.
No.
It's not right.
That's me back to the math thing. Someone didn't do their math.
Yeah, they didn't do their math. And even better, the cheaper pack, you could do 10 times. It's just, it does not add up.
That's
when you put the packs side by side, it wasn't a fuck up. I don't believe somebody fucked up. I just believe that it was a bad strategy. I think that's what they meant to do, but it's just bad business.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was an attack on farm accounts.
That was said.
It seemed like they wanted to prevent people from getting in there and doing that. And the thing is that I'm on an island on this, but if that reward, regardless if it's a reward or not, I understand what you guys are saying. It's not rewarding to have that pack. Okay. I'm not going to argue that. I agree with you that if we grind and we spend all year playing this game, that's not necessarily considered a reward pack. If it wasn't part of our leveling up system, I think it'd be fantastic. That being said, if that card set was, say, 50,000 instead of 250,000, or God forbid if it was 250,000 and it was a fantasy pack, then there's no allure, there's no excitement, there's no joy, there's no advantage to getting a good card. I got Hines Ward out of that fucking pack. I was so fucking happy. I made 120,000 fucking coins for hitting a button once.
But
What were
X
the other
up
one? What were the
X.
other ones though, Swain?
here's the
Are you
thing.
talking the training one? Are you talking the 10 training ones you had?
Talking to the
No, I'm
250.
talking about the 250,000 coin pack. That pack was super ass fun for me. Now the $20 pack, I have out of pocket given people cards to buy it themselves, and they got good pulls on it. Apparently, one person had a bad pull, and I'm not saying because I haven't pulled 100 of them, but as of my personal viewing experience, every fucking person has had a really good pull on those. I think they're
I
fucking
have heard
juiced.
that. I have heard
I
that.
think they're fucking
Okay.
juiced.
That's
So
interesting.
to what you're saying, Platt, I'm all for it. I really fucking hope, because I'm wired this fucking way. I'm whacked out of my brain. I hope I get a fucking 86 out of my $20 pack. But I can't guarantee shit, but I bet you it's going to be a good card. I bet you at the end of the day, I'm going to go, you know what? That was worth $20. I'm
Yeah.
not telling anyone in the fucking world to spend $20 on that pack. When you get to that level, West or Platt, you know damn well I'm giving you a $20 card because I want to watch
I'm
you open
already
it.
there. I mean, I was there on Friday. I'm not
Well,
buying the
let's-
pack.
I'm
No,
not
I'll give
touching
you
it. I'm
20.
not
I
doing
want to
any
see
more
it.
training.
I want to see it because I think it's fucking juiced.
I'm not giving EA $20 for that pack.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
not letting you do it either for me.
Yeah, I understand the reward concept in the brain of like this should be a reward pack, but and maybe it's because I spend money on the game. Maybe it's because I like the gambling aspect of it. I'm one of those people that I fucking hate Redux cards. I wish Redux cards weren't a thing. The general public and the man would say, yeah, we want no Reduxes. Reduxes are great for people that don't spend money in the game. Reduxes are great for people that want to grind the game. I want a fucking card that's a true LTD card. I will use Bo Jackson as an example. I was so happy to see he got a training bypass. You know why? Because
Yeah.
I don't fucking use them. If I had Bo Jackson, if I spent the time and I grinded my fucking ass off to pull those goddamn presents when I was on COVID leave, and I got one Bo Jackson, and I mean, as fucking Scott Ridgway is my witness, I fucking spent hours and thousands upon millions of fucking coins ripping presents in hopes to get one more of that rare fucking present. I got one of them. And I didn't physically see anyone else in the fucking Madden community have more than one of those cards. And when that fucking Christmas morning opened up, that was the one card everybody liked and everybody loved. That was fucking bravo to EA for that card. That is the fucking joy and the feeling of accomplishment. Not accomplishment, it's a bad word. Maybe just pure luck, but like that's what you want. You want to be like, I have Bo Jackson. I have a fucking Bo Jackson card, right?
Let me play the devil on your shoulder real quick.
Hold on, because I'm still going. Did anybody else in here pull a Bo Jackson card that morning?
No.
Okay. I honestly didn't know. Where I'm going with this is that Bo Jackson card, as cool as it was, as rare as it was, he was super expensive. I sold it. And I had regret for weeks upon days upon a week or so, however long it was. When they said that shit was a training bypass, I was so fucking sick to my stomach. And again, it's great for the community and it's great for the people, but I personally don't want that. I want them to announce before the game even comes out, we're going to have a half a dozen cards. Just do a half a dozen. There's never going to be a Redux. This is the one time you can get them. They're available for 2 days, 2 hours, 2 months, whatever the fuck it is. I want to have a rare card. I want it to be a fucking LTD. I don't want to see it every fucking time I play Madden. I'm so unbelievably goddamn sick and tired of Rich Gannon every time I play somebody. I'm so sick and tired of everybody having the same cards. It's an ongoing issue with Madden where they do this. And next thing you know, everyone I know now has a fucking Raiders theme team or Washington or San Francisco. Every fucking person I know has that team. So if you get these LTDs and you have these Reduxes, again, I'm not taking away from the whole reward concept. I completely stand with you guys. I'll be at the front of the line arguing and screaming for you guys. That is not a fucking reward. But I do love the aspect of it being a gamble set. And I really fucking wish that they would stop throwing Reduxes on these cards and make them actual LTDs. Then I'm totally off topic, but it drives me nuts.
No, it's a good topic. Wes, you had a statement there.
Yeah, he said something that kind of perked my interest. You talked about how many hours and hours and hours and millions of coins you spent buying all these presents trying to get the rare present, and you only got one, and you don't know one single person. Does anybody know of one person that got more than one of those?
I've
don't know
heard
Swain got
people
one.
claim they did, but I didn't actually see the pictures.
Yeah.
Exclamation point verify as far as
Right.
I'm concerned. But
So
it
it makes
was
me
weird.
wonder, do you feel like the fix is kind of in on that? Like you're not going to get more than one, and you busted your ass, like you said, hours and hours and hours and millions of coins, and you got one, and you try to keep getting more. They never said you couldn't get more than one. And you spent all that time, you don't know one single person that got more than one of those. And were they all Bo Jackson?
So there was I'm going on memory plat. You can help me on this. Black and silver was the Bo Jackson, and then they had a red colored one, and they had a.
O'Neal.
It was who?
Keanu O'Neal.
Keanu O'Neal, and then they had the Steelers colored one that was DeCastro,
Yeah.
and they had there was only 3.
But Bo was the big one. Everybody knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Value was
and it was so obviously rare compared to the other ones.
So was he head and shoulders above those other cards?
Oh
Oh,
God, not
So-
even close.
So when you say that you did all that, you spent all that time, all those coins, all that effort, and you only got one, and then you said you didn't know anybody else that got more than one, did you not? And then you said, I fucking love that about it. I'm like, but you spent all that time trying to get more than one, and now it's sounding to me like nobody was ever going to get more than one. Don't you feel like you've been manipulated?
No, and I think I'm trying,
one Bo.
What?
Who- yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember who it was, but when I saw it, it wasn't like he's full of shit. It was kind of, well, he's probably telling the truth. I wouldn't bet a paycheck on it, but I remember whoever it was that said that. And that was the whole point of I fucking loved it. I would have loved to have 2 of them. I would have fucking loved to have 2 of them. That Bo Jackson, it goes back to the communication of this company and us knowing where we sit. They literally didn't tell a fucking soul that they were doing a training bypass.
And
I
that's
literally
the
was
other
in a
thing.
Discord. I was in a Discord saying they're going to do a training bypass, and people thought I was out of my fucking mind. I go, no, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And then they never announced it. I thought, holy fuck, they didn't do it. The night before Bo Jackson was announced, I saw somebody spend 1.9 million fucking coins on that card. I really hope that individual was not at work when that shit got announced, because I remember the exact
Workplace
moment
violence.
in our fucking Twitter chat where somebody said, I think it was Yemi said, Bo's getting a training bypass. And it was like, are you shitting me? Because if you're not home right now, holy fuck.
Now, was that Bo Jackson card at the time, was that about the best running back in the game?
Yeah, I mean, pretty
Okay.
much.
And so they
Pretty much.
basically
It was super rare. It was rare.
and they
Wes.
but
That's the
they
key
and they
word.
never
Rare, yeah.
well it was rare, and now anybody that's got a fucking Bo power up can make it, right? Is that the
Right.
And it came at a time when training was ultimate cheap too.
why would they do that?
Well, see, and it's number 4 on the list here tonight that I was going to pop in here. It just ties in and correlates with this next topic. It happening again tonight. This all start with Barry Sanders, and I know it's a hot topic in the community. Barry Sanders was when we didn't get what we thought we'd get with the training bypass, and people were irate who sold their Barry Sanders. They had 93, and that thing shot up like a skyrocket. And then they did come back and do it, and we're all going along the lines of communication. And I'm going to come to you with a question. And then this week, tonight, same thing with the MCS championship. I was doing it. And sometimes, you forget, and it's that last minute. It's Monday night. Fuck, if I don't do it. Yeah, it's 11:30, quarter 12 at night. And you got to work next morning at 6 o'clock. It's like, I got to do these games. I got to do them, or I won't get my Chandler Jones. So you do them, and you keep on keeping the habitual, and you get them all done, and you get that accomplishment. And then what do they do tonight? What do they do? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you, if you want to do all the solos, you'll have enough to get your cards. And even on top of that, if you do all those, you can still get them all by training bypass. And it comes back to what Swain and Wes said, communication. Like, how does that make you feel? We'll start with Platt. Platt, you've been quiet for a while.
If I can, I'm going to be quick, and then I'll let Platt go.
Yep, go ahead, Swain, go ahead.
This is a constant thing for me as a high money spending Madden player.
Yeah.
What they did tonight, there's no communication. We're not going to argue that. And people that grinded their ass off to get those cards, maybe they felt special. However, you have to give sorry, I choose to give kudos to EA for doing the training bypass because there is going to be a little Timmy out there that was gone that week, or maybe he had COVID, or maybe he fucking went on vacation, whatever it is. When they do these things that help the community for little Timmy and little Johnny, it's hard for me to be upset because, yeah, if you had a Cardinals themed team and maybe you got the game for Christmas, maybe you don't even know, about Twitch, now you can get those cards and you're happy as a clam.
But
those kind of things make the community happy, but when I'm sitting back, it pisses me off because I want people that grinded their ass off to get the rewards. That is exactly the same conversation with LTDs. It ruins the rare special. I have something you motherfuckers don't because I did XYZ for it. That's anyways.
I just need clarification on something first. Deke, that card you were talking about, could you get that already? Like, have you been able to earn that yet?
I apologize. So what they did was you watch the MCS Championship and of course you get your packs and stuff, but they also release solos each week for each division. And you got to complete those to get your stars, to get your badge or your token, whatever you want to call it, to put into the set. And you need them all. And listen, I'm on board with Swain. I'm in the engine room of the Swain train, talking about this is good for the community and little Timmy. I get it, it is. But at least let us know that those who do A and B get C, and those who choose only to do C get D. But we don't know. Like, we're going to tell our Wednesday night do their solos for training for the team of the week. Do we have to? Fuck knows. Maybe they're going to say, listen, you didn't do your team of the week solos?
And that's what I want to know. Like, were you able to already get that card if you had done all those solos on time, or is it still to come?
I had mine, yeah. So tonight was my last one.
Okay, so you went through all the motions that they told you to. Then after you got your card, they're like, you didn't have to do all that shit. Nah, that's not cool. That's not cool. It is nice.
Go ahead, Platt.
Yeah, today was the first day you could get the card.
Right.
But they also updated the power-ups, to allow those cards to go in it. And when they did that, they said, well, you could put the card in, or you can have 21,000 training and just bypass it.
Which is a lot of fucking training.
It is a lot of training.
It is a lot of training.
What it does is it allows you to have all of those cards on your team if you want. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would have been fine either way. I think it's a lot cooler that if they didn't do the training, if you did all your solos and that was a grind, and even the ones today are a grind, that's a lot of solos you have to do to get that championship token, that you just get one. You get a choice of 4. If you pick the wrong one, sorry. I mean, if you choose in a few weeks to, hey, I really want that Chandler Jones now. He got another card and now he's better than the others. Sorry. You can use a power-up pass on him. That's it. There's no training bypass. I don't like the idea of training bypass. That's my soapbox. I'm fine with everything else, but I don't like training bypasses because it dilutes value to the cards that you need, and it hurts investors.
Well, how many Bo Jacksons now do we see out there in weekend league and head to head? Everyone got a Bo Jackson, and like Swain said, most people didn't. Christmas Day, you were the lucky one that had it, but now everyone does. That I was happy.
It irritates me that you jump through their hoops to get something that they state clearly this is what you have to do to get, and then after you do it, as soon as you're done, as soon as you get your carrot at the end of the stick, they come up with, you didn't really have to do that. You can also do this and not have invested all that time. I don't mind the training bypass, the thought of it, but make that ahead of time. Like, tell them ahead of time so that somebody they can choose how to spend their time. If there's a thing for team of the week where if you get all the stars, it's like 63 or 65 stars, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't get them all, so I don't get that player. I didn't earn that player. I fucked up, whatever. I don't think that they should come out with, well, if you fucked up and missed a week and you don't get all your stars, you can do this instead to get the same player that everybody that did what they were supposed to do throughout the year to earn it. I know it sucks because I didn't understand how this shit worked at all before this year. I didn't know that you had to go through, week after week after week and collecting like tokens and whatnot to get a player at the end. I had no idea. I just did what was on the fucking screen. Here's the solos. This is cool. This is neat. Oh, hey, I got a card. So I didn't know what I was missing out on. So when people spend their time and their effort and they're disciplined and they get on when they don't want to so that they can, get that card, don't turn around the day you give it to them and be like, you didn't have to do that. Just throw some training at it. I don't like that.
I understand what you're saying, but I have a couple points on that. Take a Kooky or me. We're never doing those solos. I don't care if it's a fucking 99. We're not doing them.
Yeah, I never did.
We're just not going to do them. Now with the mindset, and I want to make this clear because this is important. People that are gonna get the solos done and they're gonna grind to get those cards, they're gonna fucking do it regardless. I would guess that 80% of the general public that are going to play those solos, even if they knew it was going to be a training bypass, would still do those solos. It's still better to get the card than it is to do a training bypass. It's going to save you a shit ton of coins. If I have a cards theme team right now, there's no way in hell I'm using a training bypass when I can get those cards for free. If that makes sense. Right? So like if I hear that they're going to come out with a Cowboys player and I can do 10 solos, or I can use a training bypass, or I can buy the card whenever it's on auction, chances are I'm not doing shit. I'm going to wait till auction. If I find out that if I don't know if there's a training bypass and I have to play the solos to get it, I'm going to do the goddamn solos to do it. By the time it comes out, if I find out there's a training bypass, am I going to be pissed off? I'm probably going to be a little bit irritated. But reality is I'm probably going to think, you know what? At least I got the card for free. I spent the time doing it. At least I got the card for free. All the things that the game does for free, and I say for free, our time is not free. Our time is very
nothing's
valuable.
free.
My time is way more valuable than the money I spent on this game.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm giving up family time. I'm giving up time. I'm going to be doing other shit. But it seems to me, and I could be wrong, and Platt, you'd be the one and only person who could really truly answer this. This year of any year in Madden, they are really making it community friendly. They're really making it easy. They're making it easily attainable for a lot of things they never used to do. A quick story for you guys. It's either 17 or 18, only Afterburn. Literally only Afterburn will know the answer to this. I was playing Madden and Afterburn had played all year. Afterburn was the guy that would get every star before they fucking had stars. Afterburn had every fucking solo. He did solo battles every week. He played head to head every single week. He was hooked on it, and he had a really good job, and he did a good job doing it. Had fun doing it. And when I would be in party chats with Afterburn, I'm like, how the fuck did you get this Rodney Hudson card? Oh, you had to do a solo, and it was only available for that fucking week. Well, that's not very fucking fair, is it? How do I get him? Well, you can buy a bundle, and this is literally Afterburn teaching me the in and outs of MUT. You can buy a bundle and hope to make coins to buy him, or you can try to snipe him. So I go, wait a minute. You mean I already spent money on this game. I got to fucking buy a bundle and get a shit ton of coins to buy this card because I wasn't available that week?
I mean, welcome to my life.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
All the years that I've played MUT.
They
I met you guys.
Not this year. You literally have not missed out on anything this year. You could pick Madden up today. I have a fucking good person I could use, but I will not drop his name. You could pick up Madden 3 weeks ago, and within 3 weeks, if you grinded your ass off without spending a lot of money, you could be fucking caught up to where all of us are right now. That has never been that way. And I will always, for always and forever, point out the Dez Bryant fucking draft card. And it was either draft or Thanksgiving. I think it was draft card. You could not get that fucking card. It was either 17 or 18. So fucking help me God, I looked for that card for weeks. I saw it one time on the auction, and I don't remember how many fucking millions of coins it was, but I asked Afterburn, I go, what do I got to do to get this many fucking coins? He goes, you got to spend about $1,000. I go, I'm about to spend $1,000 fucking dollars on this card. That was cool. That was fucking cool.
He's like, let's get
whatever
it.
card that was, I want that back.
I'm pretty sure
I
it
spend
was
money on this
Thanksgiving
game.
harvest.
I spend money. I think it was draft. I spend money on this fucking game. I want to feel special. I want somebody to hug me from behind. All jokes aside, I want to feel special. I want to feel unique. I want a card that everyone goes, holy fuck. When you see that card, I want you to go, Swain has that card. This Madden 21 and Madden 20. Is it 21? I can't even get my Maddens all fucked up. There's no fucking special cards in this game right now. Give me a card that nobody else has. Name a fucking rare card in Madden right now.
There was Bo Jackson.
Sherman's rare. He's 2.5
on PlayStation.
He's 2.5 on PlayStation. He's 1.6 on Xbox. That's technically the rarest card in the game right now is Richard Sherman. And in another week or 2 or 3, if they drop another fucking Seahawks or Niners player, his card's going to drop again. I love that I have Sherman on my team. I spent 1.4 on him. And that's great. You know what I want? I want a fucking Richard Sherman that's 10 million fucking coins. I want a Lawrence Taylor card that's 10 fucking million coins. And I want to get into a game. I want to see the guy's top 3 players. I want to go, holy fuck. I want to play a goddamn kookaburra. And I want to say, this motherfucker has a Des Bryant draft card. He has a Lawrence Taylor card. And whoever the fuck the other person was, I don't remember his name now. Sherman card. He has all 3 of these cards. That's 30 million goddamn coins in his top 3. And instead I get the same fucking 3 out of 10 players that I play every fucking game. So all the way back, this whole conversation going all back to the same thing. I fucking love that there's a goddamn gamble card. My only bitch is I wish there was only 200 of the best Redux that was in there, and that Redux is gone forever. And I know Madden can fucking put 1 of 200 on their cards because the fuckers have done it before. They did it with Blitz a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I want a rare fucking card. I don't care if I had to spend $1,000 fucking dollars. Give me a rare card. Give me a goddamn Johnny Unitas fucking.
Don't give them any ideas. You're going to get a reward at the end of the year.
They used to do that.
Have $50. Get a rare card. Only 100
They
available.
used to do that. And now they're so helpful towards the community and making things easily attainable that the guys that spend a lot of money on this game are sitting back. And it's genuinely hard to hear these complaints. It's genuinely hard. I love you guys like your family. But if you guys don't like the card, the 250,000 coin pack, don't fucking buy it. A lot of us will. Exactly. We're gonna have fun with it. I understand it's a shit reward, okay? But personally, like, I hate to be honest with you about this. I'm so glad it's a fucking chance of wasting coins rather than a spend $5 and get 300,000 coins for
to
your
be
lineup.
Clear, I don't have a problem with that pack. It's the other one that I have a problem with, where they want your money as a reward. Platt, you got anything else to add to all that?
You know, I go back and forth on the limited stuff because I'm of the mindset that I feel like I believe that every card in the game should be attainable one way or another. I don't like the idea of cards being out there because I just don't think it's good value. You know, I'm more practical about it. Swain wants this card that's going to be obsolete in 3 weeks, but he wants to spend 10 million coins on it. I'm not telling him how to spend his coins, but that's what he wants. I don't think that's practical because you give somebody a Des Bryant card in November. Well, what about in January? You spent 10 million coins on it. Now it can't see the field. They're never going to make a card that's so OP in September or October that it's still going to be on your team in February. That's just not the way the game works. So why would you want a card that's just expensive just to be expensive? Just to be rare. We already have limiteds. By the time the limiteds get Redux, they wouldn't be on your team anyway. So I understand what he's saying. I completely disagree with it. I think the limiteds that are in the game, they fulfill that need. Most of them are expensive as fuck. The good ones are very expensive. The Shermans, the Sneeds, the cards that came out today, like those aren't cheap cards. No. Not everybody can just go out and buy a Sneed or a Sherman right now. And I would say 95% of MUT players cannot buy that card. No matter how bad they want it, they can't go out and buy it. Now, those of us with a lot of coins can. Wes, you can't go buy that Richard Sherman if you want it. I mean, you have to grind a lot of time. So I feel like the cards that Swain wants, they're already in the game. And by the time they become obsolete, we get a Redux. You don't want those cards on your team anyway.
And from a financial standpoint,
2 months ago, like that Devin McCourty was a really good card. That Saquon Barkley, that was a great card. That was a limited. That was an expensive card. Now you could bypass it with a pass, yes, but that was a limited card that was expensive that set your team apart from other teams. And by the time we've gotten a Redux, who cares that we got a Redux for it? Nobody wants that card anymore anyway. And if you do want it, you can still keep that card. It's not financially a good decision because it's not worth, how much you can sell it for. But I feel like the limiteds that you want, Swain, are already in the game. Maybe not the 10 million coins. That's golden ticket type stuff. But, the 10 million coin limiteds, no, they're not in the game. Those will never be in the game. But we do have limiteds that 95% of the people that play MUT can't buy. But the big problem here is that we do not have cards that truly are a gap above the next card behind them. They don't exist. Yeah. That Sherman card is not so much better than Rod Woodson. You can get Rod Woodson for $500K. There's no way that Sherman should be $2.5 million when he's not any better than Deion Sanders or Rod Woodson or Charles Woodson. That's the real problem here is if you had cards that were truly better, they would be more expensive, but they're not. That's why these cards will never get that expensive because nobody's going to pay 10 million coins for a card that's not any better than a free card we can get from some solos. That's the issue. And I think EA realizes that they're just not going to do that. They're never going to make a card so rare that it's going to be 10 million coins, except for golden tickets. I mean, golden tickets, those fuckers are, they could be like 4 million. I've seen some of them 4 or 5 million. I mean, they're very expensive when they first come out. But
yeah, I think that specific Dez, it wasn't Dez. It was I keep saying, did I say Dez Bryant?
Yeah,
Bryant Draft is what you've been saying.
Okay, apologies. It wasn't Dez Bryant. It was Michael Irvin.
Oh yeah, I remember that card. Yeah, I remember that. It was a kickoff.
And that yeah, was it kickoff? See, I thought it was draft, which made sense to me because it's around April. So we're getting kind of close to in game anyway. But
the way I remember it is we got kickoff cards like the first night of the regular season. When that kicked off, it was like Thursday night, and they had these special cards that night. There were 2 of them, I think, and Michael Irvin was one of them. They were in packs for maybe 24 hours. I don't even know if it was 48 hours, but that was it. But the thing is, like, that's great. And let's just speak hypothetically for a second. Those cards, let's say you got one. My point that I was making, I think you were up, is that card's not going to be viable all year. It wouldn't be viable for another 3 weeks or a month. So what I'm confused. What exactly do you want with these limited cards? Because the limiteds that we're getting, I don't care how expensive they are. You can put whatever price tag you want on it. Just not viable for that long because EA structures their cards to always be better than the last card. So at the end of the day, you're stuck with a card that you paid $5 million for, and he's your wide receiver number 4.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the game in my opinion.
I have no argument there. I think this was pre-Power Up days. I'm confident it was pre-Power Up days.
It was.
So I mean, the only way they could transition that into today is if you get a Lawrence Taylor's a bad example, but let's be honest, if Lawrence Taylor had a rare card, holy fuck. Yeah. We'll just keep using LT. If LT had a card, the only way they can do it is every series he gets a +1 like the captains do. That specific card just automatically.
Card better than Derek Thomas.
Oh, absolutely.
Better than Khalil Mack. And it would need to show up on the field. It would need to be like the NFL 50 from last year.
Yeah.
Like, you have to double team this guy because he starts activated. He's going to wreck shit. Those are the cards. If you want to make those cards limited, if you want to make a special Randy Moss where he's got Moss stability off the bat, if you want to make LT, all those cards that we got, I am 100% okay with that. Because when I see that, I'm going to know that man paid 5 or 10 million for that card, and he's getting his money's worth. Yeah. I don't care if he gets a +1 ever, but if you start activated with your X Factor, that's a card that should be worth 5 or 10 million coins. And
Yeah,
I
and
feel
I don't.
because they set themselves apart. When you saw that LT activated, when you saw that Moss activated, you knew you had to do something.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't just come out and run your offense or run your defense because they're going to fuck you with it. And that's what EA has to do. They have to focus on making players feel different that should feel different. They tried it with X factors. They tried it with abilities. The problem with abilities and X factors is everybody can get them. There's not anyone on my team that a card for 20K can't get the same ability. Now Moss will play better because his stats are better, but Moss compared to Jerry Rice, compared to DK Metcalf, we could get a free DK Metcalf and it was just as good as the Moss that is, 500K plus 500K for his power up. I mean, that's the problem. They are not making cards play differently than other high-end cards. And until they do that, you're never going to have cards that are very expensive because nobody's going to pay that amount if it's not going to play different. Most people know these cards don't play any different than the other ones.
Excellent point. I think the last card that scared me was Brian Urlacher. I don't think he was golden ticket. He might have been golden ticket, actually. He might have been golden ticket. It was terrifying. You would get into a game. There was Bo Jackson, like quarterback and shit. There was all kinds of goofy stuff. Randy Moss corner, that Urlacher card, as big as my witness, like we literally would quit. I'm not making it up. And typical me of my competitive nature, I'm like, fuck them, big. I know this is the 8th guy we've played in a row that had Urlacher linebacker, but we're gonna beat these guys, all right? You need to chill the fuck out and stop being a little bitch, Afterburn. We're gonna fucking beat them. Second quarter, it's like, you fucking asshole, let's go. I'm done. I want to see a scary card like that again. And I mean, I've rant and raved about it, and I think you make an excellent point. Right now, I don't know that they could do that. I completely 100% agree with you, Platt. It sucks, man. I really would like to see that again.
I would like something that rewards money spenders too. I don't spend money on the game, but I can, empathize with you that you're spending this money. You want a reward for spending that much money. You don't want to just pull the same cards that everybody else is pulling. You want something that's out there that you can spend your coins on. And I mean, I get it. I completely agree. I want that too, but I don't want it just to be some I think that might be the difference in our arguments. I think you want something that to me, it feels like it's artificially inflated. Like, hey guys, you have an hour to get this card and you're never going to get it the rest of the year. It's like, I think that's what you want. I don't agree with that because it's like, who cares? I mean, is it a good card? Is it worth the price, or is it just rare? I would rather have a card that's great, that demands a high price, than a card that's just rare and that's it. It's like, well, it's like trading cards. Like, well, we only printed one of these, but that's why it's so expensive. It's like, well, that to me, that doesn't really mean as much than an LT that comes activated off the front. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, I think a little of both. I mean, I would love that Randy Moss, when he dropped, there was only 300 on each console, maybe 500 on each console. But make him fucking good. I mean, make him good like Moss was last year. He comes activated. He comes with a free catch, 50 yards. Like even like a Dickerson. I want to see the Dickersons back again. Like
those
last year, like
so fun because I had Moss on my team and I literally wouldn't start him. I would use him like the Queen of Spades. I would I would hide him, and then I would say, okay, now I'm gonna put him in and hope you don't see his big fucking orange X lighten up over here and not call the right defense. And people did that to me too. They would stash him away and sometimes not play him until the third quarter and
take advantage of your friendship.
I mean, the Dickersons, the LTs, like all those guys, that's what we're missing. And I don't know why they haven't done that this year with the automatic X factors activated. I enjoyed that. Some people hated it. Some people hated Eric Dickerson, but I think it's good for the game. I think this game should be fun. It should be fun to play with those cards, and it should be frustrating to play against them. But that's the game. Like, we don't have anyone right now where it's like, oh, he's got this guy. Like even Vic, even the scrambling quarterbacks, like they're nerfed. Nobody uses scrambling quarterbacks unless you're just a huge fan of them.
Yeah.
Because Escape Artist doesn't really work like it has in past years. So everybody's running Rich Gannon because he gets Hot Route Master and Gunslinger, and nobody else can get that. And Vic isn't really as dominant this year because scrambling isn't as effective as it was last year. And they keep doing things to just bring everybody to the middle. Every card's the same. It's just the name that's different. And I don't agree with that. I think everybody can agree. That's kind of where we're going, but it's wrong in my opinion. It's not good for the game.
It's funny because when we get to the most funny thing I've ever asked on Twitch, and I'll never forget it, and I'll do it again, is you'll have a weekend where you get like a Vic and an LT to come out in the same. Was it Vic and LT we got the same weekend? I think it was.
Yeah.
Dion and Vic. So I always ask chat when we have a big weekend like that, would you guys spend $100 to get one of these cards? And 95% of chat says no. Fuck no, I wouldn't spend $100 on that card. Yet there are literally thousands of people who will drop way more than 100 and they'll never fucking pull that card. And so when we have these scares of them, banning loot boxes and getting rid of loot boxes in the game, I'm telling you right now that if Madden ever gets to a point, or any fucking game that has a random chance of a card, the gambling aspect of what we play, if you get to a point where, who were our legends last week? Fletcher and
Washington linebacker and
Fletcher and it doesn't matter. We'll say Joe Montana. It doesn't matter. Joe Montana and London Fletcher come out this weekend. If the loot boxes and the gambling aspect of Madden or EA or any other fucking game in the world comes into play, what you're probably going to see is London Fletcher and Joe Montana drop this weekend, and it's $30 to buy those cards. There's no gambling at all. You pay $30 or $50 or $100 or whatever price they set, and you get to pick that card or the other. How much fun does that sound like? I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying that shit. The main reason I love this game, besides team building, because it's really fun to see a team, is you want to feel like you have a rare team, a new team, a significant team, a unique team. And a lot of times you end up rooting for teams you don't even like. I don't like the fucking Cowboys, but goddamn, let Mutt drop a Cowboys player. That motherfucker is my new favorite player. I want him. I'm going to do everything I can to get that player. And you get rid of loot boxes and you get rid of this gambling aspect that people seem to have an issue with. We're going to be bored out of our fucking minds. You're talking about everybody having the same team. Everybody's literally going to have the same fucking team. I will go on record by saying this because this is a very valid point that I've never made while I've been streaming, but it's dead on. I would much rather spend $100. Bad example. I would much rather spend $100 on a Legends bundle with the chance of pulling a full Joe Montana or a full Deion Sanders. I would rather spend $100 doing that than spending $50 for the guarantee of one of them. That says a lot about me, who I am, and the game that I play, but it is put me on a fucking record of saying it. I would much rather spend the 100 with the chance of doing it than the 50 of the guarantee of getting it.
So if you move that to
Go ahead, Wes.
I was gonna say, if you move that to like a completely different platform, it's like you're saying you'd be willing to go into Target and spend $100 for the chance to get some really nice cookware or some Tupperware, rather than just paying $50 for the cookware.
To a point.
But because you enjoy the product, then it's worth it to you.
Not even as, yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy the product. I mean, I hear stories of, I have a guy that I work with that said he spent $2,500 on a cell phone game last year. And I was like, are you fucking stupid? And then I started thinking about it. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. And I was like, oh, did you have fun? Yeah, I had a ball, but my wife was pissed. I'm like, yeah, that's too bad. And I was thinking, shit, but if you saw what I spent on Madden, holy fuck. Yeah. So it's all perspective and what you enjoy doing, but end of the day, I mean, that is the fun that I have on the game, is feeling like I got something special, feeling like I got something rare. It is exactly the same as Scott. I'm not going to pull him out. It's exactly the same as Scott wanting to buy these actual real life football cards. I think it's $500. You get 4 fucking cards. You get 4 cards.
Just come back again big time.
3 autographed cards and 1 jersey card. You could pull that pack open and get $50 worth of shit. Or you could open that pack and get a card that's worth $5, $10,
But
$20,000.
those hold real value.
Yeah, I'm going to argue that fact because a card collector, they hold real value. You'll have those for your grandkids, your own kids. You're not going to have your Madden cards for your
for the
grandkids.
long term. But you could pull, you could pull a card that's worth X amount out today, and then a year from now it could be worth absolute shit, right?
Mhm.
I'm not disputing
Absolutely.
that Madden cards are worth the same value as baseball cards or football cards. I'm just saying, and the idea is, what is in your mindset when you open up that pack that has 4 cards in it? You spent $500 fucking dollars. What do you want when you're opening that pack? You're wanting
It's
a
like-
card that's worth a lot more
It's
than
that
what you're
card you
spending,
talked about in Madden. It's the one nobody has.
right? So
It's that cleat card or the jersey card.
if I say to Scott, what do you want? He's going to say some fucking rookie goddamn Packers
Yeah.
tight end that's never seen the field that he likes for some fucking reason, because Packer fans are weird. If I say to Scott, like, dude, spend $100, you can buy the card outright, chances are he's going to be like, still want to kind of get the pack. That's my mindset with Madden. That is legitimately my mindset. And this 250,000 coin pack and this $20 pack gives me that same kind of feeling of, man, I kind of want to, dip my finger and see if I can get lucky here. I like that feeling of being lucky on the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue that. I think out of the 63 cards, 8 of them are winners. Just so I looked it up. 8 of them are winners. So
Wow. That's so bad.
That's
Those are
55.
small odds.
So bad.
And that's assuming that each card has the equal odds that you can pull them, which is not the case. It's heavily favored towards the 86s and 87. So
Well, considering that West pulled 2 Ingrams and I pulled two out of 2 Ingrams,
we
I'm
all
saying
did.
that they're the
I did the pack 10 times. I might have broke even. It's fun doing it.
Yeah.
But I have coins to waste. I wouldn't do it as a real investment. I wouldn't,
No.
advise anyone else to do it. But EA's not going to put anything in the game that they're going to lose on.
There's no question the topic is huge because the topic lasted for 58 minutes.
Deke,
So
you shaved, man. You
it's
shaved
definitely
it
a
up.
huge topic and one that it was on everyone's mind because it was in a lot of chats, it was in a lot of streams, people talking about the packs, the so-called rewards, however you look at it. There was conversations in both cases, which we had here tonight, and that's the great thing about it. But in the sake of the show, we still have to cover our plat players. Plat, our guy, for those out here who are looking for some steals this week, who do you have for them?
All right, I got a couple of guys that we brought up tonight. Both of them can be training bypass. Kyler Murray, I feel like even if you don't run an Arizona theme team, this card is really good. Powered up, he would have 96 speed on a normal team, no team camps, 99 throw power, hits all of the accuracy thresholds, deep, medium, short. That's a really good card. His archetype is Scrambler. That sucks. But otherwise, I feel like that's a really good card. And you basically get it for free, if you've done the solos. But even if you hadn't, that's still a pretty good card.
That the
other one, Patrick
MCS?
Peterson, that's the MCC cards. Patrick Peterson is probably the one I'm going to get. I've been planning on getting this card all year. I got his free Thanksgiving card, so I've got him all ready to go. Patrick Peterson, not as good as the Kyler Murray, I'd say, and not as good as the cornerbacks that are pretty close to him, but still pretty good. Now, the other card is going to need some explaining. The third card is Alvin Kamara. Okay, here's what I'm going to say about Alvin Kamara. He is the best running back in the game. He's in the running, in my opinion, for the best card in the game. And you can get him for very, very cheap. Here's what you do. You get his power up, okay? You need a little bit of training, which training is cheap. You should have the coins to get your training. the great thing about this series is they gave us a 95 power up pass. We weren't expecting it. Alvin Kamara is a 95, so you can power him all the way up. All of his component pieces are not that expensive, and you can have the best running back in the game. Plus, he just got a training upgrade. So he got a +1 because he had a huge week, 16 or 17, whatever it was. So it bumped every attribute on his card +1. That Alvin Kamara is a must-have on any competitive team. He's that good. And until Reggie Bush comes out, in my opinion, he'll be the best running back in the game. He's the best receiving back, and that archetype gets backfield master for 1 AP. That's a must-have. So if you've reached level 80, get your 95 power-up pass. I think Kamara is the only guy you should look at using that pass on. He's the best option by far. So
Very interesting. Good points.
Great advice.
Very good points. Yeah, I like that. Look into it myself for real. Even with Barry Sanders and my Bo Jackson with a training bypass.
He's better.
So goals last week and goals this week. So Wes, you said you're going to level up, hit level 80, get that 95 power up pass that Platt just spoke of. I got it right here in writing. How'd you make out, bud?
I think the proper sound effect is wah, 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 wah. Didn't happen. Honestly, like I said earlier, I got the win kind of taken out of my sails as far as motivation to just grind it out. When I saw the rewards, I do need to get that power up pass though, man. So no, I didn't get to 80. I'm almost to 72. I grinded hard. I grinded one night, and got through 71, and I'm almost to 72 now.
So what's your goals this week coming up?
Well, as many upgrades as honestly, I've been looking at that Kamara for a while. I didn't realize until he explained that how easy it would be to actually add him cheaply. So
is that one of your goals?
That's my goal. Is
okay. Sounds
is
good.
to hit that, and I need to keep my stash up around 500K or higher. So I'm at 200 now. I've got plenty to sell, so I should be able. Like if I sell everything I've got now tonight, I think I should easily be at 500K. So I just need to try to maintain that, and not go below it. I've been doing better at keeping some coins, more coins than I'm used to at least.
Right.
But I spent a lot today, and I feel like it was all worth it. So. Yeah, I got to get Alvin Kamara.
What's your overall right now, Wes?
95, 96 defense, 94 offense. My offensive line needs a lot of work.
Nice.
And I can't find Tyler Bass anywhere. All I can find is this damn rookie card. Yeah, I can't buy him. I've been looking half the day today, and all I've seen is the rookie program card. It's like, what, 76 or something?
When me and Swain and Scott were doing the Christmas re-rolls, we probably pulled 200 Tyler Basses. And we were selling that card for 60K.
I searched over the course of
he's gone up. I put him as a platinum player, I think 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, over the course of several hours, I looked for him today, and I never showed up in the auction house.
Wow, that's surprising actually, because he's not a limited or anything. He's still in packs, but.
So Platt, last week you were going to be a 97 overall and hit level 80. Plus, you're looking at Lawrence Taylor.
Check. 97 overall.
Wow.
97 offense, 97 defense, level 80. Added Lawrence Taylor.
Wow, hit all your goals.
Kevin Y. I did
Kevin Y as well. Yikes.
Yeah, and Jermichael Finley. All great cards. Sold. So I had Alvin Kamara. I bought him because I sold my Barry Sanders for 1.1, 1.2-ish million and just bought Kamara. So when that power-up pass was announced that it was 95, I didn't sell him right away. It didn't really connect that he was a 95, but I was able to sell him a little bit later that day for, I think I got about 500K out of it. So I just took that power-up pass, replaced Kamara, sold him for 500K. But definitely did some good upgrades this week. Jermichael Finley, Kevin Y, Lawrence Taylor, Tyron Matthew is another one that I added. Nick Bosa, I used the
Wow.
power-up pass on him. Warren Sapp, when his power-up started becoming in packs, I picked him up for pretty cheap.
Mhm.
So, yep. And
Big upgrades.
I played 11 weekend league games this weekend and went 10-1. So
Wow, excellent.
finally got to use the team a little bit. So it's fun.
Looking
Yeah.
good. What's your goals this week, Platt?
I don't have any overall goals. I'm definitely not going to make it to 98 either way.
Yeah, that'd be tough. That's tough right now. 97 is huge.
And I'm already at 80. Let's put a weekend league goal out of 10 wins. I think that's a fair goal.
Okay, that's a fair one. Swain, unfortunately, you were busy last week, so we had no goals for this week. But what do you have lined up for the coming week for your squad?
Well, I think last time we met or I was on the show, I think I was trying to shoot for a 96.5.
Yes,
and
you were. Your
I
last
did
show
hit
you were.
that.
Yep. Okay.
So I got a 96 offense, 97 defense. I don't remember what coin goal was. I've actually been pretty good with my coins. I keep getting really lucky, doing rerolls and making this, that, and the other. Goals for next week. I'm gonna shoot for. I'm at 8 million coins now, or close to. I'm gonna shoot for 5 million coins, and let me tell you why.
Ooh,
I
spender.
think we're gonna see Team of the Week drop before our next show. My goal is actually gonna be 6 Team of the Week players. I'm hoping to get 6 Team of the Week players to add to my team.
Interesting.
Team of the year or team of the
Minimum.
week?
Team of the year. Sorry, I'm staring at last year's right now.
So even with your theme teams, you're going to try and work them in. Is that your goal, or you're just
Yeah,
not gonna-
I've done really well with the smartest thing I ever did was moving off of Bears to Seahawks. I will probably start Bears early next year again.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I have 6 spots available to mix and match, and that's not
Okay,
including
gotcha.
not including people that are like my quarterback can be removed if he needs to, but it's Josh Allen, he's staying there. With that, I know we're going to go over Team of the Year. I'll make it really quick for you guys. Normally we would have all this great insight and information to tell you exactly what you need to do for Team of the Year. You know what you need to do for Team of the Year this year? They fucking ignore everyone that tells you what to do for Team of the Year. We have no fucking idea what they're going to do. We don't know if it's going to be a Team of the Week. We don't know if it's going to be a mix and match of Flashback and Wildcard Wednesday, all that bullshit, everything else. Team of the Year, we're going to see I think we're going to see a market drop. A market crash. I don't see how we don't see one. If you want to get that new Kamara, you want to get the new Cardinals players that came out, all of that shit, hold off. If you want to play weekend league and you want to go for it, go for it. If you're no money spent or new to the game, whatever, hold off until Team of the Year drops. You're talking 4 or 5 days. And then the last thing I wanted to say is, I know we talked about it. I don't know how many more weeks we're going to see of legend players. So there could be some things coming up. It's not, they have to do Team of the Year. They have to do honors, right? I say that with confidence, but do they have to?
Right.
Maybe 4 or 5 days. Maybe. We don't know that for sure.
Can they just randomly say there's no Team of the Year this week? No, because we know we're getting Team of the Year. NFL honors, we should get.
Kralo did drop Monday.
I mean, literally the Team of the Week collectible says add 14 to make a Team of the Year player. So we know we're getting that, but just be cautious out there. You know,
honors cards this year.
Say that.
Who's going to be the honors cards this year?
Team of the Year defense. I'm going to go Donald. Team of the Year,
not Team of the Year. The honors cards.
I'm sorry. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to say Donald. Defensive or Offensive Player of the Year. My vote is. It's got to be Rodgers, right? As much as I want it to be
Allen.
Josh, he already got a card. Rookie has got to be either the defensive end for Washington or the rookie wide receiver from Minnesota.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
They traded Diggs to get that pick. Who are the other ones?
You get the Man of the Year, the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
I'd have to look at the list.
Von Miller.
Those cards are normally expensive, like very, very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy I saw a lot of the Man of the Year nominations. I can't remember the names, but the guy from Dallas and the guy from Seattle, really high class, first class type
I see what you're doing.
charity work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything.
I want to see you drop $2 million on a fucking random honors card. That's what I want.
Oh, you know it's coming. Who do you got? Who do you got, Platt? The guys are still thinking. I can see in their eyes.
I think the MVP is going to be Rodgers. I think he was the best, most consistent player on the best team all year. So I think Rodgers got that locked up. Aaron Donald probably, when in doubt, give it to Aaron Donald because he's so good. And there's not really been another standout. Maybe TJ Watt. He had a really big year for Pittsburgh.
Good one.
He led the league in sacks.
Yeah,
Led the league in sacks, and you know what he
really, really good year and a new kind of name.
Yeah.
You know, they normally do like offensive player. God, if that's Kamara, can't you imagine? Like that card would just be fantastic. And he had a big year. Derrick Henry. Didn't Derrick Henry run for 2,000 yards, right?
Yep.
It's probably only like fifth or sixth time it's ever happened in history. So I could see Rodgers MVP, Derrick Henry offensive player, Aaron Donald defensive player, and I don't know. I think
I know he played on a losing team, but Deshaun Watson led the league in yards this year for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, offensive player of the year. I mean, not MVP by any means, but offensive player of
Platt,
the
I'm
year.
just going to name guys that I've actually heard of or that would be relevant for purposes for nominees. We have Jimmy Graham, Geno Atkins, Myles Garrett, Jalen Smith, Justin Simmons, Trey Flowers, Travis Kelce.
Myles Garrett.
I'll take a
For
Simmons.
Man of the Year. Byron Jones, Miami Dolphins legend, Cowboys legend. Devin McCourty from the Patriots for you guys. Demario Davis.
Love him.
Steeler fans, you get Vance McDonald, Eric Armstead for your Niner themed teams, Jonathan Allen for Washington, Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. There's some big names in there. If we get a Russell Wilson Man of the Year, Mike Evans, Byron Jones would be so goddamn expensive. So there's some good ones in there.
That would be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
$2 million easy. Remember Lamar Jackson got one last year. That card was unreal.
That's what you want.
That's what Swain wants. That's what I want him to get. All right, boys.
Okay, gents. Yeah, it was a great show, an hour and a half. It is midnight. Lots of great hot topics. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below for the YouTube viewers, what you think of everything we covered tonight, because there was some great topics of discussion and debate. And I'm going to say thank you all to my co-hosts, and thank you all for viewing who are on the audio podcast and watching on YouTube. I'll hand over to my guy, Platt.
What am I doing?
Just saying good night, so long, farewell.
Good night and good luck.
Good luck. I got the same sentiment. I appreciate you all listening. I have fun doing this shit every week. Hope I didn't step on any toes tonight, but sometimes I like to argue. So we'll see you guys next week, Swain.
Good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. I love the difference of opinion. It's fantastic. I will say a quick exit that we're slowly approaching the end of our Madden season. Somebody had mentioned to me the other day, I don't remember who it was, that we may not see Madden until October of this year. I really fucking hope that is bad information or guessing. The reality is this game right around Super Bowl, the viewership on all platforms and just the overall fun just starts to slowly kind of dip down. So enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy the fact that you're close to a 99, but you don't have one. You're close to a 98, but you don't have one. We're past the peak of the season for Madden, and it's been a really fun year
for sure
on Madden. It's still got a ways to go, but as far as best Maddens, people bash this game. It's been pretty fucking fun. Content's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Appreciate all you guys out there listening to us, and yeah, take it easy, have fun, be safe.
See you next time.
You guys.
Later, guys.